What is up, y'all? So we know that in the modern age of the 21st century, 2025, consumer data is gold. It's literally gold, and people are profiting so much money off you, selling your information. And we had the whole debacle with cookies and stuff, personalized ads, and Facebook was really on point. And some of these companies, apparently like Timu, they're constantly listening to your microphone on your phone. They're constantly trying to personalize the ads for you. They're personally trying to do this, do that, do that. Sure. Do I agree with everything? I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with everything. But in this video, I do have an idea. Let me bring up the tweet. I believe that vending machines need an update, and I believe that society-wise, it's a quality of life update. I believe that, you know, here you go. Let me just show you the guys the tweet. So I said I should be able to scan a QR code on a vending machine. It pops up with about 15 minutes of ad on my phone and a survey. I get to choose an item for free from the vending machine from my phone. So I scan the QR code from the vending machine. Then it tells me a list of options to do, a list of pre-roll ads, whatever it is, and a survey or whatever it is. I have to use my name and all that stuff, whatever it is. And then it gives me another code, and then I put that code back into the vending machine, and I pick which thing I want in the vending machine. So this is a small quality of life update. Sometimes, brother, you have no money, you have no this, you have no that. Sometimes you're homeless. Sometimes you're a student that's struggling. Sometimes you're a person that likes to coupon and save money. This is a great way to introduce new customers to the fan base of direct food, convenience food, and you can get a lot of customers this way, right? And like, surely there'll be a cooldown on this, so you can't really abuse it. There'll be a phone cooldown on it, or vending machine per vending machine cooldown. But there'll always be people that abuse the system. But I think personally that if we had a system like this, great things would come from it. A lot of great things would come from it. It can help out little kids, homeless people, people near hospitals and stuff if they don't have money. Because a lot of people in hospitals don't really have a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie. This is a little quick snack that I can help you up. And bro, I put it like this, bro. I see how much money it costs to advertise on YouTube. YouTube promotion to Americans, Canadians in the UK, and Australia, the first world. It's like 20, 30, 40 cents per viewer. Per viewer, my friend. So, a chocolate bar costs 80 cents to about like, $2, $1 to $2. Um, I think it's very possible. I think it's very possible. And, you get a cool snack during the summer or during the winter or during the fall, during the spring, whatever it is. And it just sort of rejuvenates hustle culture, hustle money, passive money income flows. So we'll see more vending machines in the future. And Japan's trying to live in the future. They have a whole bunch of machines and a whole bunch of stuff. But I think this is a more practical way for the first world that is struggling. Japan is not really struggling that much with homelessness and whatever. They don't have a cost of living crisis. They have a fertility crisis, but this could help us in America and Canada and UK and stuff like that. Especially, I want to see this on campuses, on university. And guys, like, this is just the advertising companies. I don't think I have a problem with selling my data. I'm willing to give even more data, right? So companies can scrape my Twitter, they can scrape my YouTube, and they'll know everything about me. I personally believe that iPhones, on the homepage of the iPhone, you have like three, four screens, whatever it is, and companies are always fighting for your time. They want to get app usage, app downloads, microtransactions, and all this stuff. I personally believe that, I can opt into this program, hopefully by Apple or Samsung in the future, or whatever it is, Huawei, whatever it is, and I can see ads on my homepage, little ads on my homepage. It wouldn't mess up the user interface too much, but little ads on my homepage. And the revenue that I get from this would go into my Apple wallet or my Samsung wallet or even my PayPal or whatever it is. It'd be very small, but it'd be money. And I can use that money for video games after that. I can use that money for clothes. I can use that money for pay bills, subscription services, whatever. So I think incorporating the consumer into the retail mindset is a big thing. Is a big factor that we have to play into. And I think there's endless amounts of money to be made. And yes, this would dilute the cost of data to an extent, but it'd be great, brother. I don't mind seeing ads. They're not as intrusive. You know what I mean? They're not very that intrusive. It's a great thing. It's a great thing for me. And you know, every like 3 scrolls on TikTok is an ad. Every 4 scrolls on Instagram stories is an ad, or post is an ad. They're making billions of dollars, and Facebook is worth like $3 trillion. Meta's worth like $3 trillion. Like, come on, guys, come on, we can get with the times. All right, so I'm trying to make some money. People are trying to make some money. We're all trying to make some money, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. In Japan, they have 9-year-olds with bank accounts. 9-year-olds have bank accounts. So we can get a little bit financially literate and start educating our youth on how to have a bank account, how to do this, how to do that, how to be consumers in the economy. And this, we have more customers, it'll have more people in the economy, and your kids can be advertised to. I'm not saying to sell out your kids, like, oh no, I'm selling them information, whatever, whatever. They'll get advertisements for little games and toys and stuff like that, whatever it is, as they usually do, but they can make some money from it, right? And if you use your phone for, let's say, 10 to 15 years, right? So let's say you give your kid a phone at 7 years old, 6 years old, and they incorporate this payment program called like advertiser to consumer program, ATC program, right? Um, every time a kid is on his phone, when he's swiping through apps or whatever it is, a small advertisement comes up, a small video comes up that he opts into, whatever it is. And if he gets used to that behavior, he can make a shit ton of money. And obviously, he can opt out when he's older or whatever it is, or whenever he wants to, if he's consumer conscious. But that money can go to school, tuition, bills, rent. It can go to a lot of stuff, right? You can get a PS5 and you can start or a computer in the future when he's like 11 years old, 12 years old, an iPad or whatever. You never really know. And during Christmas, during the holidays, is when advertisers pay so much money. They pay a lot of money. So you'll see a lot of stuff. You'll see a lot of stuff. And I also personally believe, right? Like, let's say for example, right? My kid, my kid is being advertised to at 7 years old. He has an iPhone. He's in this program or whatever it is. I, as a parent, should have access to his advertised data, and I can see the things that he likes. I can see the things that he wants. So when Christmas comes around, I can be like Santa Claus, put on a red suit, a red costume, you know what I mean, and a white beard, and say, you know what, I'll buy my kid this, I'll buy my kid that, I'll buy my kid this. You know what I mean? And hopefully, we can have referral links, endless links, and we can spread money. We can spread wealth. You know what I mean? Bringing the consumer into the market of endless supply, endless data. That's beautiful. That's fucking beautiful. So yeah, guys, something to think about. If you have other ideas, please put in the comments. I'm here to better the world, and I think we're on a great way to prosperity.